Live from our Jackson Studios. Live from the Midtown Jackson Studio and live from well into Deep 13. This is Last Call Cafe on Spreaker with the animalistic Jay the Brain Man, the animalistic Matthew the Wizard Nichols, and the pause for consideration, Steve the Baxman Baxley. I'm Franklin Pangborn, your announcer, with Morgul as the friendly drone. Let's go to the cafe and find out what's going on and join the guys on a whole crowd. It's Last Call Cafe on Spreaker.
Good evening, welcome one and all to the Corsican Ball. We are here, survived the Grammys, and now we're here to make everyone feel better. That's right, this is Last Call Cafe, the only show that enters your mind and does things to it that you will soon never remember. Especially when we feng shui your medulla oblongata into a chaise lounge, sit in it, drink some beer, hold a few parties. Socially distanced, of course. I am your host, one of them, Steve the Baxman Baxley. Let me introduce the rest of our hosting parade. Of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the intergender wrestling champion of the world. So good that every woman in the world runs from him, especially when it makes a challenge. He is Betty White's favorite chew toy, the host of Jay the Brain Man Presents WrestleMania Health. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you D1, D-Ole. And of course, thank you. Hold all the applause until the intros are done. Anyway, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, the gamer's best friend. In fact, his middle name should be Gamer. We don't know his middle name, but it is Gamer anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, he does our gamer news because he is a gamer and a wizard. We bring you the wizard, Mr. Magnetism himself, Matthew Nichols.
Sup, gamers?
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Everybody have a little fun tonight. Everybody wang your chong tonight. Alrighty. Welcome, everybody. And as usual, or maybe not as per usual, but usual anyway, we like to start this program off by setting you down, bringing you close to your chair, close to your loved one, and turning up your sound device, be it Alexa or Fred, and listen in. Get very close and listen, because you're about to get a brainwave. Yep, it's time. It's another week. It's time to find out what is on the mind of Jay the Brain Man. It's a brainwave you will never forget, but you will always remember. So, Brain, what's on your mind tonight?
I got none.
And that was your brainwave for tonight. Feel great? Okay, now you folks can sit back in your chair or in wherever you're listening to this program. If you're in your bedroom, please remember there's kids, so don't do anything you wouldn't want your kids to listen to. And if you're in room 1214, I wish you would quit that. Especially when the Domino's Pizza Man delivers your pizza. Anyway, it is time now for all you gamer folk. Start for gamer.
Perfect timing for the internet to start acting up. Okay.
And animators can get their heart's content. Watch their favorite games or watch their favorite anime. All free. Pluto.tv is where you gotta go. And now, the gamer man himself. Here's the wizard, Matthew Nichols.
Okay, this week on Gamer News, well, the Switch version of Apex Legends is finally out. Matter of fact, I'm currently playing it right now, checking out the Switch version of Apex Legends. We also have pre-order announcement for Saga Frontier Remastered. And we had the announcement of NIS Classics Volume 1. If you don't know who NIS are, they are a gaming they are a publisher who made the Disgaea games. They're known for their quirky tactical anime RPGs. And in NIS Classics Volume 1, we have a remaster of Phantom Brave and Soul Nomad, and it's coming out in December 2021. In other gamer news, the PlayStation 5 and Switch versions of Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time is finally released. And also, we had an announcement of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, which is a new arcade game in the style of the classics 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoons. Yep. We're getting a new TMNT beat-em-up game in the style of games such as the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for Turtles in Time. Don't have a release date yet. And that's pretty much it for this week's gamer news, at least as far as I can tell.
And that's Gamer News, presented by Pluto TV. Boys, back to you. All right, gracias, Franklin Pangborn. Great to have you back. So let's see what's happening in the odd, the funny, the strange, the weird, the psychotic. Yep. Time for that little newscast. And here we go. Our first story comes to us from the land of Legos. Yes, friends, Legos are a land. A Lego set based on the Roman Colosseum broke Guinness Book of World Record by being composed of 9,036 pieces. The Colosseum set, designed by a team led by, this is a good name, Rock Zoglin Kobe. That's right, was verified by Guinness as being the largest commercially available Lego set. Kobe said some liberties were taken with the design to make it more strongly resemble what the Colosseum might have looked like when construction was completed in 80 AD. Kobe said, quote, "It's been weathered under the Roman sun, so the Lego version provides more color in order to show to some of the shadow lines and better accentuate some of the details," end quote. He said he has built the set several times, and each time it took him over 30 hours. The previous record holder was the Lego replica of Star Wars' Millennium Falcon, which had 7,541 pieces. The Lego Coliseum, guys, you will never guess. In fact, we'll do this properly. It's The Price is Right, gentlemen. Get as close to $1 as you can. Close to the exact price without going over. Jay, how much do you think the Lego Coliseum retailed for?
$1.
Matthew?
No idea.
$550.
So I win it, right? I was close.
Yes, you went. Yes, you can move in if you wish.
All right.
Anyway, we got one more little Guinness Book of World Record, and this one I got a drink too. Note the hint. That's right, a California brewery broke the Guinness World Record when they used a catapult to launch a keg a distance of 438 feet. The Sierra Nevada Brewing Company said it took on the Guinness record for the farthest distance thrown by a trebuchet, a type of catapult that features an extra long arm, and they selected a Big Little Thing keg to comply with the record's requirement that the projectile weigh at least 44 pounds. So obviously you, me, and Matt would be out of that. They are not full of any beer, said Terrence Sullivan, brand manager and official lever puller for the trebuchet, told KHSL-TV. "We didn't want to sacrifice any beer. Beer is for drinking, so we loaded them up with water." Beer is for drinking. Officials said the company wanted to do something big to celebrate the release of the Big Little Thing IPA. "When we launch the beer, we have live sampling or bring the beer to music festivals and other events," Sierra Nevada Communications Director Robin Gregory said. "But obviously with COVID, we can't do that." The third launch with the trebuchet launched a keg a distance of 438 feet, enough to beat the previous record of 253 feet. I wonder how much it would have been had beer were in it. You never know how much that keg would have flew if there was actually beer in it. I don't know. Maybe there were about 300 beer drinkers would have followed it. Anyway, a Tennessee woman is seeking Guinness World Record recognition for her collection of Winnie the Pooh memorabilia, which includes more than 16,000 different items. Donna Fee of Elizabethton said she started collecting Pooh items 31 years ago when her son was only 6 months old. Lips don't unpurse, just keep reading. And her collection of toys, miniature statues, dishware, posters, and other items soon numbered in the thousands. Right now, I can tell you the total is 16,147, but we are getting more in about every day, Fee told the Times News. Fee and her husband Keith are constantly on the lookout for new pieces to add to the collection. "I'll try to remember if we have it. If not, then I'll call her and say, 'Hey, do you have such and such?' And if she says no, then of course I'll buy it," Keith Fee, her husband, told WCYB. Donna Fee said she has contacted Guinness, which lists the current record holder for the largest Winnie the Pooh collection at 14,314 items. She says she expects to hear back soon whether a rep will visit her home to verify her collection's world record status. How much Pooh can you have? I have no idea. And that, for want of a better word, is your weird news. Thank you, UPI. Okay, boys, it is time. We bring him on. He is back from vacation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the General and Jimmy to show up. Mr. Pangborn, do your honor.
Thank you very much. It's time now to
Punish the enemies of goodness, of fun.
It's time. Hideous Belcher of the Week, and for that, here is General Big Jimmy, Billy Bob Bo Schwartz, and Lieutenant Jimmy!
Thank you. Unfortunately, or fortunately, in his case, I gave the little guy a little break. So we got his brother, Jimmy, with us. Jimmy, how you doing, sir? Hello there.
Be careful in the bathroom. Don't step on the register.
Okay. Well, he's somewhere around here. We'll find out where he is. Anyway,
I think he ran off to Albuquerque.
With Bugs Bunny. There he is.
No, he went to Acapulco.
Oh, yes. Anyway. It is time. Well, we already did that bit. Let's just do this and tap dance the rest of the show. You did that. There we go. Anyway, tonight we're going to do something good for a change. We're going to award the, what do you want? You want to give it to him? Okay, we'll give it to him. We're giving it to Jim Cornette. No reason why. Well, there is. He's an idiot. His elevator does not go up to all floors.
Ding ding.
And after what he said about Muro, or Kip Sabian, and especially Kip's lovely wife, we gotta defend. Why? Because Jim Cornette is a little screwy. Why else would, well, are we allowed to talk about a certain incident in Detroit? I'm not sure. No, we can't talk about that yet. Well, it happened, I don't know how many years ago. I mean, statute of limitations. Yeah, but in this case, we just can't, not yet. Okay, but Mr. Cornette, when, well, we didn't know that your little Jimmy was about the size of your brain. So on our behalf, we thought you might need this. Is he loaded up? All right, then. When ready? Mr. Cornette, if you will, please, just move your head slightly forward. There you go. Fire! Ooh, that just ripped the hair out of his head.
He had
Now
hair?
he looks like... What?
He had hair?
Yeah. You know what he looks
know
like
that.
now? You know what he looks like now?
You?
No, he looks like a real dick. We'll see you next week, boys. Gentlemen, at ease. All right, thank you very much, Big Jimmy, Billy Bobo Schwartz. Little Jimmy, next week, Lieutenant Jimmy will be back. Everybody will be back. Okay. This is all going now. This is all going smoothly. Yes. Let's see. What else we got here to take on? Take on me. Take on me. Okay. When anything runs over, you know, you gotta get that lovely thing that is timing up and ready. And, well, Let's give you a little bit more wrestling news, more than we give you with the other show that we do. The buy rate for Revolution, the AEW pay-per-view, etc., etc., broke AEW's pay-per-view record, brought in 125,000 buys worldwide, according to Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics. The previous pay-per-view record was at 105,000 from last year's Double or Nothing. So here's a list, courtesy of WrestleNomics, of the pay-per-views from AEW and their buy rates. All in, the pre-show for AEW, 45,000. Double or Nothing, that all in, pre-AEW, 9/1/2018, got 45,000. Double or Nothing, 5/25/2019, 98,000. All Out, 8/31/2019, 88,000. Full Gear, 11/9/2019, 80,000. Revolution, 2/29/2020, 90,000. Double or Nothing, the 2020 edition on May 30th, 105,000. All Out, 9/5/2020, 90,000. Full Gear, November 7th, 2020, 85,000, and Revolution this year was 125,000. Ad noted, was initially reported Revolution grossed over $6 million, but the WrestleNomic report included a full breakdown, pay-per-view buys, ticket, and merch sales, that has AEW grossing just over $5 million. The company is expected to net around $2.4 million after splitting revenue with its domestic and international broadcast partners. Production of the show was estimated at under $1 million, allowing the company to make a profit. Headlining the event was Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley in an exploding barbed wire death match that had a little conclusion of a fart.
If it's all right, I gotta cut my clock. I set it back.
It's 12:37, Mom.
Well,
You got it right.
yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Bye bye. My mom, ladies and gentlemen.
My other clock,
Yes, I did.
radio.
Yes, I did. It's nice when you have family as a part of this show. Oh boy. Anyway, MLW, that's Major League Wrestling, has announced an Azteca Underground expose on Wednesday's Fusion as Alicia Atout looks into the mysterious situation that has swirled around MLW for the past couple of months. Now, Fusion is on at 7 p.m. and available via YouTube, Fubo Sports, DAZN, BN Sport, and the Roku channel. The updated card for next week's show will be Los Parks, the champion, versus Injustice for the World Tag Championship. Lio Rush defending the World Middleweight Championship. The expose on Azteca Underground. And also scheduled Ross and Marshall Von Erich, Filthy Tom Lawler, and Contra Unit. Oh, then a lot more. Please watch Wednesday, March 17th, which is St. Patty's Day. So maybe this might sober you up. Anyway, we got some new matches coming up for this Tuesday's Impact Wrestling. And the matches are Sami Callihan will take on Trey Miguel. Also announced during last night's Sacrifice, a 12-woman tag match. Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo, Knockouts tag team champions Fire and Flava, Kimber Lee, Susan, and Tennille Dashwood versus Jordan, Grace, Jazz, ODB, Havoc, Neva, and Alicia. Fans should also expect plenty of fallout from last night's show, which saw 2 title changes. And Rich Swann unified the TNA and Impact World Championships. Swan now goes against AEW World Champion Kenny Omega in a title versus title match at Impact Rebellion on April 24th. That should be fun. Or some sort of limited amusement. And, wow. Comedian Dan St. Germain revealed the Hall of Famer, WWE Hall of Famer, he pissed off at the roast of Bruce Pritchard. Comedy Central featured comic and host of the AdFreeShow.com Wrestle Roast, Dan St. Germain, was a recent guest on the Wrestling Inc. Daily Podcast. And host Nick Hossman asked St. Germain what fans can expect from the show. St. Germain added, or said, we're doing Virgil next week. I think Sable was in the pipe. That's going to be one. We're going to do Teddy Hart on Patreon. It's so funny because on shoot interviews, Brett talks bleep about everyone except for Teddy Hart. Then Teddy talks bleep about Brett. This is like a bunch of hot high school girls yelling at each other. We have a big one planned for WrestleMania, which we have not announced yet. Definitely Cody is going to be fun. There's a lot of meat on the bone with Cody, and Cody's going to be fun too because never before has a guy who doesn't have many scandals, is a great wrestler, is a great promo, but there's still so much to make fun of him for. It's like the Brett thing. What the guy thinks himself. So that's going to be a blast. I know that'll be a blast. Okay. He was then asked by Houseman if he ever offended any pro wrestlers with one of his roasts. And he did. He pissed off Diamond Dallas Page at the Bruce Pritchard roast. I think he walked out of the room. That's what I heard because I made a joke about DDP Yoga with a bleep RKO. You can keep Jake Roberts sober for an hour and a half. It was like something like that. I don't think he appreciated it. And I got into a Twitter fight once with Mark Madden, but we saw each other at the Tony Schiavone roast, and he was totally sweet. Jim Ross looked effing miserable when he was there watching us. He'd be a fun guy to roast. And then there's some that are just super, super easy. Ken Shamrock, we want to do that. We want to do him soon. That guy's life is effing wild. That's the great thing about wrestlers. I can't wait for the Scott Steiner episode. There's going to be so many fun ones that are going to come up. And you can catch... Yes, sir.
My question is, when are they going to do the roast of Steve the Baxman Baxley?
Whenever we get famous. And by the way, you can catch new episodes of Wrestle Roast every Friday on adfreeshows.com and on all major podcast platforms. And there you go.
Well, Steve, here... If I had infinite money, I would pay for cameos to get a bunch of celebrities to just roast you.
Yeah, but how many people do we know?
I said cameo. So it could be pretty much anyone. Maybe even Mr. Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yes. When he sits around the house, he sits around the house. Well,
that's Weird Al. I don't know where that came from.
Next week we should do this show as Gilbert's.
Oh, brother.
Anyway, brother, there went the audience. Anyway, got about
30 seconds, actually, it seems.
30 seconds. We're done. We'll see you next week back at our regular appointed time loads. So thank you for tuning in to this fun, thrilled cabana that we like to call Last Call Cafe. A presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with Brainscan Entertainment and Gamerville Enterprises. We are done. We'll see you next Sunday, everybody.
Bye.